Okay, I'm gonna be doing a second recording of this. Anyway, so, Minecraft. Game that's been around for 15 years now. Kind of surprising, actually. But, how much has this game really changed over that past 15 years? No, you have your 1.20.1 or 1.21 and your freaking beta Minecrafts and all, but what is really substantial when it comes to those versions? Now, I have to get a couple signs. I did this in the last recording as well. So, when you think Minecraft, what version do you naturally think? Most of you will think modern Minecraft, which entails, let's say, 1.9 through 1.21. Most people will call that modern Minecraft. But there's also classic Minecraft, which basically goes from technically, let's say, beta 1.7.3. There. We got classic Minecraft, which technically started with InDev and InfDev, and then went on to beta 1.7.3, which is literally the most friggin' popular beta version, literally, of all time. But personally, I think there's a middle child to all that, which I'll call Post-Adventure. And that started 1.8 to, well, 1.8. So, well, hold on. There we go. It's technically 1.8.1. But there is a massive divide between these three eras of Minecraft. People say it's 2, but I say it's 3. And I want to show you what exactly is, the most significant part of all that. So, when we think modern Minecraft, what do we think? We think really complex builds. We think, the more mundane textures, lots of, speedrunning strats and all that. Another armor like that over there. But when you think of the builds, like building, I don't know. Would you really think of something that looks like this? Mind you, I'm using 2 texture packs. I'm using a combination of Minecraft Classic Edition and Beta Continuum, which brings back a lot of the old textures and old sound effects as well from the beta era of Minecraft into modern Minecraft. But this build isn't even complete, but it's still pretty substantial for something of this scale. But let me show you something. I'm going to take off my texture packs, and let's look at this through the eyes of standard Minecraft. Yeah, it doesn't look all that great, does it? These more blocky shapes, simplistic, soft colors, and warmer light, sure, they make the game look a lot prettier, but when it comes to these builds, they look really out of place compared. And that's my biggest issue when it comes to 1.20 and onward. Because, mind you, I do like modern Minecraft. I like 1.20 and all. I think it's still a really great game. and I love playing on the modern versions. But look at this. It's so much brighter, it's so much more colorful compared to what we literally just saw. And the builds actually feel like they sit correctly in this art style. These textures, this simple cobblestone texture, it's really simplistic and blocky, but it feels a lot better when looking at a more blocky art style with these blocky builds. This is an issue that's only in modern Minecraft, post-combat update and onward. When we get to post-adventure, that's all of this is relatively normal. In fact, I would consider all of this a post-combat update, post-adventure update build. Because with post-adventure update, they added stuff like being able to add stone slabs to the top of builds, being able to move friggin' stairs upside down and all that. Or here, I'll even show you. This is my storage system that I made a couple days ago. Very simplistic, but has aspects of like classic and modern. But when you look at this and think of like all the extravagant, like crazy builds that people make nowadays, it looks dull. Especially with the current texture pack. And that's the sad thing. Because even here, a lot of this stuff you couldn't do in 1.7.3 and beforehand. And that's what I think I like the most when comparing modern and beta. And that's the whole building aspect. We have lots of different ways to build. Take that bullhead, for instance. The horns are made out of diorite. I think it's diorite. Is it diorite? Yeah. So the horns are made of diorite. The eyes are a mix of deep slate and magma blocks, standard cobblestone for the shape of the head, and then the nose ring are gold blocks. It looks good, and the texture pack does, kind of help because diorite looks ugly as hell, but this is also something that you both could and technically couldn't do back then. If I were to make this exact same build in beta 1.7.3, a lot of this could stay the same, but I would have to take liberties. The horns, I'd probably have to use something like wool or snow. The black parts for the eyes and the nose would probably also have to be wood, or not wood, wool, like black wool, or maybe even obsidian. And then the eyes, probably red wool or redstone, maybe even brick. And that's what I like most out of beta. And that's that builds like these look amazing because of how, you have to get creative with how you build stuff. Yeah, you don't have a big color palette with, standard building blocks. So you have to use gold. Oh, excuse me. Oh, fuck. Anyway, you had to use gold in order to get, nice, vibrant, harsh yellows. You had to use stuff like ladders to add more texture and detail to simple logs. Even something as simple as smooth stone, these classic smooth stone slabs, just these alone add up a lot of character to what could have been a pretty mundane build. I could have just used cobble, and you can imagine what that would look like. It could have just been a hole in the floor. But the smooth stone adds a nice contrast to the simple grays of cobblestone. Or let's make another example. This skull here, this whole area is meant to be a bunch of goals that I want for my world. To do something like this, I would have to take liberties if I were playing in beta Minecraft. I'd have to use wool or obsidian like I did with this room. I'd have to get, really creative in order to make builds that would look as complex as this. Hell, I want to make a nice castle out of this world and out of this really massive cave. But I wouldn't have the option of using, like, upside down stairs or upside down slabs or friggin', like, brick walls and stuff. It would be purely cobblestone. This right here, when you look at this is all you would need to make a really good looking castle. Nowadays, people need, like, tons of different friggin' woods and stones and, like, friggin' items from, like, either the nether or the end or friggin' underground with deep slate and all that. Back then, it was just cobblestone. This is it. And with this texture pack, if you look at this looks good. All of this looks good. And I am proud of what I made. But when you do that in a modern Minecraft game with modern textures, it doesn't look right. And that's the sad part. Post-adventure doesn't really matter here, but you also had to take a lot of liberties. You had to take liberties. Again, I've said this multiple times, you gotta get creative. But also, you had to take things slow. Sure, you can spend hours finding all of these different blocks to make your mega builds. But back then, all you needed was stone. Or dirt. Or grass. Or wood. That's it. You didn't need diorite. You didn't need friggin' deep slate. You didn't need any of this crap tough. It was just, if you want to make a pathway, you use gravel. If you want to make a farm, you use dirt or grass. If you wanted to make, I don't know, a diorama of a bed or something, you would use different colors of wool. If you wanted to add something to wood, again, you'd use ladders. But now, there's so many different blocks that it basically just suffocates everything. So, this is a point that I want to make. For people that have played modern Minecraft, and this is something that I did literally last night. For all of you that have played modern Minecraft, 20 or just post 1.9, post combat update. So, like, 2016 and up. Been playing for at least, like, the past 4-6 years. I have a challenge for you. I want you to play 1.7.3. I'm not saying to fully move over, but if you own a copy of Minecraft Bedrock, or not Bedrock, well, technically yes, Bedrock, because they give you both versions. Either way, if you have Minecraft on your computer, and you have access to the Java version, I want you to play beta 1.7.3. And I want you to see the experience that I had. Because I've been playing for the betterment of the full 15 years of Minecraft. Well, I guess closer to 13. But I've been playing for well over a decade now. Majority of my life. And there's a lot of things that I've recently learned. That I started recently doing. But the one thing that truly shocked me was when changing from 1.20 to 1.7.3. The difference is so just monumental. You literally feel like you are a noob in Minecraft once again. Because so many of the things that you know either don't work the same or don't even exist. So if you truly want to find a crazy example of how Minecraft can truly feel, play beta 1.7.3. Or, if you want to play Minecraft how it was intended, at least what I believe is intended, I suggest playing InfDev. Beta 1.7.3 is an amazing version, but personally, I feel more tied to InfDev. I like the brighter colors. I like the even more simplistic world. There was no nether. There was no crazy builds. You had even less than 7.3. And that's what I love about InfDev. Mind you, you will need an application called Betacraft. You would need the Betacraft launcher, because if you were to play InfDev in its current state on the Minecraft launcher, it's not going to work. The sound effects, all the sound bites, they've been long lost. They don't exist in the modern version. You can still play InfDev, mind you, and you technically can just re-add the files and the sound bites back into InfDev. But if you just want a more streamlined way of playing InfDev without going through all those hoops, get the Betacraft launcher. And you will see that beta, all of the old versions, hell, not even beta, alpha, fucking alpha, it is a completely different experience. And it feels like a completely different game. And everything you know will basically be run through the grinder. Because you basically have to throw everything out and completely relearn everything. And that's what I love most about beta Minecraft. And why I suggest, if you have the opportunity, and you play Java, to try playing modern Minecraft, and then play either beta 1.7.3 or play InfDev. Because I'm telling you right now, you will not regret making a decision like that. But I've been rambling on long enough, and this is literally the second time I've recorded this video. So, if you liked it, or I guess if you enjoyed hearing me ramble on about a 15-year-old game at 10 o'clock in the morning, or 10 o'clock at night, just fucking do whatever, I guess. If you want to, I wouldn't recommend really subscribing, honestly. I don't often upload. What I would recommend, however, is checking out my Twitter page, because I make a lot of stuff on Twitter, mainly Gmod animation. Well, let me rephrase that. Not animations, renders. For God's sake. I do a lot more on Twitter, okay? As for YouTube, I really don't do YouTube anymore. It's pretty plain and obvious. It's been like a year since the last time I actually uploaded something. But regardless, if you enjoyed this, fucking like, subscribe if you truly want to. And honestly, by all means, play beta, because you will not regret it. And also, happy 15 years of Minecraft. But that's about it. I'll see you in the next video, when I make one. But until then, see you soon.